Hello everyone, welcome again to my math tutorial number 56, dated 23rd July 2025. My name is Mr. Lovex Israel Rorengo. The talk today is compound proportions and rate of work part 2. In part 1, I discussed the concept of compound proportion and rates of work involving men working, involving tractors working, involving taps of water filling and emptying tanks. In this section, I'm going to handle mixtures. Welcome. A mixture is made up of two or more components or items put together in a given ratio. In a mixture, each individual component retains its mass and volume. That means mass of the mixture will be the sum of individual masses. Volume of the mixture will be the sum of individual volumes. The price of a component in a mixture is proportional to its quantity. The price of a certain quantity of a mixture is equal to the sum of individual prices. For example, if we are having 1 kilogram of sugar in which is mixed or comprised of two types of sugar A and B, we find that which are mixed in the ratio 1 to 2, it means a third, 1 out of 3, or 1 out of the total ratio of the combo of the mixture is type A, and 2 out of 3 is the mixture is type B. Therefore, the price of that 1 kilogram of the mixture will be a third of the price of a kilo of A plus 2/3 of the price of a kilo of B. Let's dive into the examples and learn these concepts. In example 1, in what proportion must teas of 76 shillings and 84 shillings per kg be mixed to produce a brand of tea costing 81 shillings per kg? In this case, there are many methods to solve these questions, but I decided to use one of the most popular method, or the easiest method. In method 1, we say, let A and B be the two types of tea. A costs the price of A is 76, the price of B is 84 per kilogram. Now, the price of the mixture that is expected or wanted is 81. You write it at the below, but at the center of the two. Now we subtract diagonally without taking into consideration the ratio, because the price of a mixture will be always in between the two components. It is, for example, for this case, the one is 76 and the one is 84. The price of the mixture must lie between 74 and 86. Now in this case, we subtract diagonally. That's the 81 minus 76, we get 5. 84 minus 81, we get 3. Therefore, this implies that A and B will be mixed in the ratio 3 to 5. We subtract and ignore the negative sign. We take the absolute values. We subtract diagonally. Therefore, A and B subtracting diagonally and consider the absolute values. For example, 76 minus 81 is negative 5, but we consider 5. 84 minus 81 is 3. Therefore, we have 3 and 5. Method 2. Let A cost 76 and B 84. Now it means A plus B is 1. The amount of tea that we are going to have. The fraction of A plus B should give us 1, which is 1 kg. Then the price of A in the mixture will be 76 times A times its fraction, and the price of B in the mixture will be 84 times its fraction, and the price should be 81. In this case, we use a substitution method of solving simultaneous equations. That is equation 1 and equation 2. From equation 1, we can say A equals to 1 minus B. Therefore, wherever there is A, we replace with 1 minus B. That one makes this one to be 76 minus 76B plus 84B equals to 81. This gives us 5B minus 76B, that's 5B. And this one gives 81 minus 76. Therefore, 8B equals to 5. Therefore, B equals to 5 over 8 over kg. And A will be 1 minus 5 over 8, which is 3 over 5 over 8 over kg. Now, A ratio B will be 3 over 8 ratio 5 over 8, which is 3 to 5. The same answer which was obtained under the subtraction approach. Example 2. A coffee blender mixes grade A and grade B in the ratio 3 to 2 respectively. If grade A costs 30 shillings per kg and 25 shillings per kg for grade B, at what price per kg should he sell the mixture in order to make a profit of 15%? Now, in this case, you have been asked to find the ratio, but you have not been given the price of the mixture. Instead, you have been asked to make a profit of 15%. In this case, we use the method of that's the individual quantities. A cost is 30 while B cost 25. Now the blend will cost 3 over 5 times 30 because we have been given the ratio 3 to 2. Therefore, it means that the ratio has been given 3 to 2. Therefore, out of the 5 pieces of the ratio, 3 will be 4A. Therefore, 3 over 5 times 30 plus 2 over 5 times 25, which is 28. Therefore, the price of the blend without the mixer without profit should be 28 shillings. Now that 28 shillings is equals to 100%. What about 115%, which will realize a profit of 15%? We cross multiply and get 115% times 28 over 100. That is 32 shillings and 20 cents. Therefore, in this case, when we are talking about profit and loss, we have to find the 100% price, which is not involving the profit or the loss. Then after that, we can work it out. Therefore, also in case we are given a profit, we have to go back to 100% before we go to the ratio. Therefore, when working on ratios in which combination mixed and mixed, we must exclude the percentage profit and loss. Example 3, Mr. Juma bought 2 grades of tea, A and B, which cost 109 shillings and 81 shillings and 50 cents, respectively. In which ratio must he mix the 2 grades in order to make a profit of 20% by selling the mixture at 112 and 8 cents per kilogram? In this case, we have been given the price of the mixture, which is at a given profit. They have given us individual prices of the components. They are asking us to find the ratio in which you can mix them to realize that profit at that price. In this case, 112.80 is 120% because it's already 20% profit. Therefore, you should look for 100%, which is 100 times 120.80 or 120. That's 94 shillings. Therefore, it means the price of the mixture should be 94 shillings without the profit. Now, we use the subtraction method of diagonal subtraction method. We write A was 109, B was 81.50. Now the price of the mixture, we write it here 94. We subtract in this manner, we get 20.5. We subtract this manner, we get 15. Therefore, in this case, the ratio would be A to B would be 12.5 to 15. That means 5 ratio 15. When you simplified, you will get 5 ratio 15. You can divide 12.5 over 15. You get as a decimal fraction, then change it back to a fraction. It will be 5 to 6. Therefore, it means Juma should mix these 2 types of tea in the ratio 5 to 6 in order to sell the mixture at 94 shillings without profit and 112.80 at a 20% profit. We note that when the price of a blend or mixture is given, involving either a loss or profit of the price must be determined before working out ratio. 100% of the price must be determined before working out ratios as I already mentioned. Now, example 4. A mixture contains 2 borders, X and Y, with masses in the ratio 3 to 11. If the mixture costs 6 shillings and 57 cents per kg, and the cost of border X per kg is 5 shillings and 60 cents, find the cost of 1 kg of border Y. In this case, they have given us the price of the mixture and the price of one type of the components of the mixture, and they require us to get the cost of the other part of the other quantity of the mixture. In this case, we start from border X, whose price is given. Border X has in the ratio it was 3 to 11. For border X is involving 3 out of 14 times 5.60, which is 1.2 shillings. In the mixture, the price of border X is 1.20 shillings. Now the price of Y in that mixture should be the price of the mixture 6.70 minus the price of X in the mixture 1.2, which gives us 5.50 shillings. Now, this 5.50 shillings is 11 parts. Now, what about a full? Therefore, 11 out of 14 equals to 5.550. What about 1 out of 14 out of 14, which is full? We get 1 times 5.5 all over 11 out of 14, which is 5.5 times 14 all over 11, which is 7 shillings. Therefore, the price of the component border Y, which is in the mixture, is 7 shillings per kilogram. This approach should be used to determine the price of any component in case the price of the mixture is given and one of the components is given. Example 5 is a question worth 10 marks. Let's work together. Joshua bought 3 brands of tea, P, Q, and R. The price of the 3 brands were 25, 30, and 45 shillings per kilogram respectively. The mixture, he mixed the 3 brands in the ratio 5 to 2 to 1 respectively. After selling the mixture, he made a profit of 20%. Part A, how much profit did he make per kilogram of the mixture? Now, in this case, we are having the mixture which has 3 parts. We have P, Q, and R, whose prices were 25, 30, and 45, and we sold the mixture at 20% profit. And we were asked to find how much profit did he make per kilogram of the mixture. In this case, we are going to say that the price of the mixture will be 5 out of 8, that is the total ratio, times 25, plus 2 out of 8 times 30, plus 1 out of 8 times 45. That gives us 28 shillings and 75 cents. Now, there was 20% profit. Therefore, it means that there was 20% profit. Now, 20% profit of this price is without profit, will be 20 over 100 times this one, which is 5.75 shillings per kg. That's the profit you could make if we was to sell the mixture at 20% profit. Back to question B. After 1 year, the cost price of each brand was increased by 12%. How much did he sell 1 kilogram of the mixture to maintain the 20% profit? To maintain the 20% profit. Give your answer to the nearest 5 cents. In this case, the price of each commodity increased by 12%. Therefore, after the increase, the cost of the mixture after the increase will be 112% times over 100 times 28.75. That is 32 and 20 cents. Because all the components increase in the same ratio, therefore that's why we have taken the common increase in the ratio to of the original price. But if each component was to increase at different or individual ratios, we were to work out individual increases before we come to the combined increase. But here we have used a common ratio percentage increase because all of them increase in the same ratio. Therefore, we have been told that we find how much you will sell the mixture, how much you will sell the 1 kilogram of the mixture to maintain the 20% profit. Now, the price of the mixture should be 32 shillings and 20 cents when the prices are changed. Now, 120% of the same will be 38.64%. Therefore, that's the price at which he was to sell the mixture to maintain a profit of 20%. But we were given a rubric that we should give our answer to the nearest 5 cents. Now, in this case, we are having 38.65. This 64. The 5 cents is here. 4 is closer to 5 than to 0. Therefore, we make it 38.65 Kenya shillings. That's the nearest cent. Now, in part Roman 2, they were asking what would have been his percentage profit if he sold 1 kilogram of the mixture at 40.25 shillings. Now, if the mixture was to be sold at 40.25 shillings, what would be the percentage profit? Now, the price without profit was 32. The price without profit was 32.20. The price that we are given is 40.25. When you subtract the two, we get 80.05. Now, this is this is a percentage of 8.05 over 30.20 times 100, that's 25% profit. Therefore, it means if we was to sell the mixture at 40.25 Kenya shillings, it was to make a profit of 25%. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Welcome in advance to my math tutorial number 57, which is going to involve commercial arithmetic 1 in Form 1, after which the subsequent topic in Form 3 will follow, that is a commercial arithmetic 2, which will involve income, which will involve interest, simple and compound interest, the higher purchase, appreciation, depreciation, and income tax. This commercial arithmetic 1 will involve change of currency, profit, loss, discount, and commission. Thank you.